My friends at StewMac have a brand new pedal series now available. They're offering their famous pedal build kits now pre-built. So if you're like me and you're not very savvy with a soldering iron, you can still order one of these amazing pedals and just take it out of the box, plug it in, and play, which is the way I prefer it. In this video, I'm checking out their Fuzz, which I've never been a huge user of fuzz pedals in the past, but I have to say this is probably one of the most fun and inspiring sounding pedals I've ever tried out, and I'm really excited to be doing this video. Before I start playing the pedal, I'll say a little bit about my setup here. Like all of the other pedal demos I've done for this run of StewMac pedals, I'm going into my orange OR15 set clean into my Marshall Vintage Modern 4x12 speaker cabinet with greenback speakers. I have my Les Paul for this video, and I do have some plate reverb in the effects loop of this amp for this video, just for some added effect. And something I should say as well is that I'm using a room mic like I do in virtually all of my gear demo videos. To my preference, it just sounds more organic and honest when I use a room mic rather than miking directly, close miking the cab. Anytime you get any one of these new pedals from StewMac, they come with this info card here that talks a little bit about the pedal and gives you some sample settings. In the videos I did for the overdrive pedals in this line of pedals, I didn't go over any of the sample settings just because I've been using overdrive pedals for a very long time, and I knew kind of where the settings were typically that I would set those. However, like I said, I've never been a huge user of fuzz pedals, so I was playing around with some of the sample settings before I hit record on the camera, and they just sound really amazing. So I am going to go over some of them. Actually, I'll go over all of them in this video. But before I start playing the pedal, one thing I want to go over is the controls. You have 3 here, which I think are pretty typical for a fuzz pedal. You have volume, fuzz, and tone. However, according to this info card, it says tone actually controls the voltage delivered to the transistors, providing a range of sound from thin and sputtery to fat and full. So when the tone is all the way down, you're getting full power to the transistors, and when it's all the way up, it's the power is greatly reduced, and it's almost more of an effect than tone. It just sounds really cool. It's usable at any position. It's just a matter of kind of what effect you want. But anyway, I'm going to start playing now. This first sample setting is titled Vintage Psychedelic, and it goes something like this. The volume is at full, fuzz is at 3 o'clock, and tone is at 9 o'clock. The neck pickup. All right, the next sample setting is called British Invasion, and now we're going to be turning the tone knob up to about like 1 o'clock. Fuzz going to back at like 11. Volume we're going to bring back to about 3. So here it is. And you know what that sounds like? And again, I just want to point out that just how usable this fuzz sounds. A lot of fuzz pedals that I've played in the past are very mid-scooped. It's very hard to be heard in the mix, but this pedal does not have that problem whatsoever to my ear. It just has those kind of mid-range frequencies that you wouldn't get lost whether you're playing live or if it's on a recording, which I think is really hard to find in a fuzz pedal. This next one is American style, so the volume's all the way up, tone's all the way up. The fuzz we're bringing to about like maybe 2 o'clock. It just sounds so good. I'll go to the neck pickup as well. Alright, the next setting here is called 90s Alternative. The volume's all the way up, the fuzz is at about 9, the tone is at about 3. I think that's supposed to sound something like... Right? Neck pickup. There's one more setting that I want to show you that wasn't in any of the sample settings, but one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite guitar players, one of my favorite albums, Ronnie Montrose, Montrose's first debut album. He famously used just a Les Paul into a fuzz pedal, into a pretty clean amp, and this can kind of get that sound. So I turned the fuzz all the way up, volume all the way up, and you can hear as soon as you bring the fuzz all the way up, you can hear all of a sudden you're into just high gain territory, right? And the tone's all the way down, so you're getting full voltage. You definitely get kind of that Montrose sound. There you have it, the Sun Fuzz by StewMac. I was really blown away. Like I said, I've never a big fuzz user, but this totally just changed my opinion on fuzz pedals. At least this particular fuzz pedal, I really, really love it. So check it out, StewMac Sun Fuzz. Thanks.